What's up, guys? Barry Gaming here, back with some more Idle Heroes, and today we're going to be talking about the Christmas event, mainly the hot topic issues right now. In case you weren't aware of it, some things changed, other things we've noticed, and I want to make sure you guys don't do right away. There's one thing in the daily, the wishing tree, you need to be very aware of before you pick something. And then, of course, they did change some things from the original post of information on Thursday on the English, whereas the Chinese was actually the correct information that we see in games. So we'll talk about all that with this Christmas event. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one. Let's jump right into it. So starting off, we're going to talk about something you need to be immediately aware of. In this event, you have the Wishing Christmas Tree. Now, of course, there's some really good rewards. You're going to get one of these every single day for an entire week. They don't repeat, so you're basically getting one of every one of them. You basically make a wish, it unlocks the first one, and you get something at random. Some of them are really good, other ones a little lacking. But the big thing we need to talk about is the Choose Your Wish reward. You need to be painfully aware that the second you select, it does have a confirmation say the wish reward cannot be changed once it is confirmed. Do you want to confirm the choice? You need to make sure you pick the right thing, because there's two things here that are a little tricky. You might think this is a 45,000 sublimation chest, but it says right here it is an 18,000 sublimation chest. Now, if you need it, because of course, one thing to remember is throughout all these events and everything, you do get some really odd number of sublimation essences along the way. So just be aware, even if you don't have like a ton of chests sitting in the bag or anything like that, where actually I don't think I have any chests sitting in the bag at this point. But yeah, you might come up with some odd numbers. Do the math. See if it actually works out for you. If it does, cool. It's not a full 45,000. It is what it is. The other one to be aware of is the Core of Origin chest is another one that only has 10 shards, not 50, which is part of the reason why you can't get a noble core for Lord of Sparkles on day one, because you can get 7 full chests, and then you get this one that's only 10. So just beware. If those are what you want to pick, just beware. They're very risky. I'm going to take a screenshot, make sure you guys are aware of this. Now 30,000 sublimation, or not sublimation, just regular spiritual essence isn't too bad. You can basically go for 15 cores worth of like stellar shards. Again, not too bad. This one I think is going to be one that a lot of people need to hunt for, is the master toolboxes. If you don't have your residences maxed out and you're not a spender, the 100 master toolboxes might go a long way for your account. Glorious relics are all right. The other two that are really good, I think, are the star spawn core 5s and 6s. Honestly, I think this is the one that I'm personally going to pick here. And then newer accounts, if you want to get more heroic scrolls for the event or just for a future event, this is one to go for. So I'm going to just pick this one. I'm locking that one in. That's going to be what I'm going for, and we'll get that in a few days. Now, part 2 of the quote-unquote drama, I will say, comes with the Christmas stocking. So the free stocking is awesome. The 5,000 gem one is awesome. The one that's a little more premium is, of course, that 1,000 contract starry gems, especially if you're going to do awakenings this week as well. There's, of course, the paid one down here as well. And then this is the hot topic stocking. This is the 10,000 gem stocking right here. And let's segue over to some image files, because that's kind of where we need to talk about here. So if we jump over to here, I think it'll work out good, right? So this is what we pretty much had on the English translation. This image was literally up for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, it was pulled down, because if you looked at that, if you actually looked at the page that they posted any later than that, they took the image out, and there's a reason for it. Is this image right here was incorrect. They had a 5 here at the bottom, which sounded amazing, but it was supposed to be a 2, because if you take a look at it, these images are done prior. You'll notice these are the Chinese translation ones. This one did have the number of 2, and what we usually say is whenever we see news, you go with whatever's here. But because this was up for such a short amount of time, not everybody saw it. But I do believe it was on my news video as well, because literally I grabbed stuff immediately. What is going on with this janky stocking over here? I just realized that. What? There's like all these. It just looks like there's a stocking behind a stocking, but there isn't. I don't know. But that is the big change here, is that it went from 5 essentially to 2. Now, is that still good value? Yeah, it's still a pretty good value considering you're getting Christmas biscuits, you're getting 2 cores, and you're getting 25 heroic scrolls every single day. So you're still able to get what? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cores daily across 7 days. So that's still 42. I feel like that's what you know what? Hold on, wait a minute. I feel like in my news video, I'm gonna check something while we're here, because I actually feel like I did this math already and I saw that. Nope, in the video it definitely had 5 cores in my video. So yeah, we had that very early image file, so it was a little bit deceiving. And then of course the last one over here, to get that you have to buy out the entire, well, not the entire relay, you have to go up to the about $53 mark. You can go further and get, you know, some additional stuff if you want to, but yeah, it kind of is what it is. Now of course there's still the Soul Awakenings, there's still the Transcendence Fight where you can get even more cores of Transcendence. There's the Gingerbread House. There's a lot of stuff to do with this, but the first 2 tabs here, I feel like are pretty much the hot topic items. So again, make sure you guys pick the right thing here. Don't pick the wrong one. If you pick the wrong one, that is really, really gonna suck. And of course these, man, oh man, I do feel bad that my video did show the 5, but again, at the end of the day, that's on the art team of DH Games, and it just wasn't expressed properly over to the English translation, and then all this drama did ensue. Now beyond that, I wanted to show you guys on a fresh account here is you can pick whichever story you want in the Christmas book. So that's one reason why I was saying it is a positive. I highly recommend though, and we're going to talk about this a little bit later, if you can't do a very certain amount of heroic scrolls and contract starry gems into Soul Awakenings, I would try to avoid this event. Now luckily you can go from some Aurora gems and some scattered Spirit Vein as a free to play player. That is an option, and then you can get a combination of the 18 chest here and a 14 and 13 completely free to play. However, like I said, you are definitely going to need a lot of resources saved up. My biggest recommendation, without going too much into this here, is that if you don't have 2,000 scrolls, I would stay away from this event. It is not worth chasing it. Even as a spender, like we'll talk about it a little bit later, but the new treasures for the treasure train aren't exactly anything like super game breaking. It's the last one of the season here. They're basically for classes. Warriors and priests get stats, whereas mages, rangers, and assassins get speed. They're definitely not ones you need to really go all in for, but if it's something you got the tickets for anyway, you can go for it. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy this one nonetheless. Like I said, it's a little bit of a letdown on this stocking right here. I mean, 5 would be a ridiculous value. It would, but it would be nice too. We will be starting our free to play later today on a live stream, so make sure you guys come on by. See you guys next time.